Tomorrow is the deadline to enter the KPVI Life Makeover. So this morning we thought it would be nice to give you a little preview to what our hair expert can do. Good morning, Tami. Hi, Miss. She's going to be the one doing the complete transformation for someone. And we started out with wet hair. Wet hair. Wake up, and you kind of gave us some tips. Let's go over those tips just for those of us who are just catching up with us, and then go over what you have now.
Yes, what we did is we put a volume spray in her roots, and then we blow dried her hair, and we let it heat up and cool down upside down so that the hair automatically just had volume for her.
Okay.
And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to curl your hair in 8 curls.
Okay, this will be great, actually.
This will save everybody so much time. The secret, Brandy, is when you take your hair, you can take a section as wide as the curling iron and as long as the curling iron.
Okay.
The curling irons are meant to hold it. So I have a 1.5 inch curling iron, and I'm not even going to go to the end. I'm going to let her hair pump down, and then I'm going to let it heat up, and as soon as I feel the heat on the top, I'm going to slide it out, and I'm going to insert one of these pins, and I'm going to let it heat up and cool down in the same position.
Okay.
So if you can kind of see from the side, it has like a little like hoop.
And you're pinning from the bottom,
and
right
I'm pinning it to this like to this scalp where the hair is.
Great.
And then I'm going to take another section just as big, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to curl it really fast, and I'm not even like letting the ends fold under. A lot of times people try to like take their curling iron and have it go all the way to the end, and then they're fighting fish hooks and stuff like that.
What about people with really long hair or things like that? Will this still work for them?
This is perfect for really long hair.
Okay.
Because when you have really long hair, a lot of times people are battling going all the way to the end with their curling iron, and then like, oh no, the layers aren't matching, and it all falls, and it drives them nuts. So for people that have long hair, what you do is you do 1/2 of a curl and leave the extras in, and then you pump it through, and then you bring it down to the root.
Oh, okay.
And by doing this, you're actually curling all the hair, and you're not getting any fish hooks, but you're not fighting all your layers. Then you slide it out, and you let it cool down. Right now we have 3 curls in her head. I'm going to put one here on her right side and one on the left side, and then all her layers are curled.
That's great.
They're all out of the way. So then all I have to do is curl the bottom.
And what do you think, too, about people who like to spray their hair with the curling iron? Is that something that you should do, shouldn't do?
You should never. Actually, I brought a spray. You should never spray it on the curling iron. You should always spray it before, and we'll actually do that right now. So if you have a thermal protectant, and we already had one in her hair when we blow dried it. But if you have a thermal protectant, you spray it on the side that the curling iron is actually going to be on. But don't ever spray your hair on the curling iron, because it sizzles and it just puts more product on the curling iron. Your product doesn't need to be on the curling iron, the product needs to be on the hair. Because the hair is what it's affecting.
And you're saying product is very important.
Product saves you. It saves your time and your tools. Right now she has a thermal protectant in her hair. She has a root boost that has lifted her. And now I have spent, I don't know how much time, really fast.
Yeah, because our interview is only a few minutes long. So.
And we are now finishing it up. So her whole top's done, and I dropped a piece out there, so it won't be perfect. But in like literally 2 minutes time, I'm going to have her entire head of hair curled. And it's so easy. And for those of us who don't have time every morning but want to look spectacular and are battling the curling iron, if you know how to use your tools, you can change your time, you can change how efficient you are and how effective you are. Your tools are the best bet. So product and curling irons and things are really what can change
And I think one thing that you've said that's actually been really important, and I know that one lesson I've learned too from people, is the cooling process is just as important as the warming process, isn't it?
It is. That's how you keep your hair to stay. It has to heat up and cool down in the same position. That can change everything. I want you guys to see it. This is all cooled down. We've curled it. We've done a really fast job, but I want you to see how when you just drop these curls, how much volume, because it heated up at the roots, it has, and how it will hold all day long and be ringlet and styled. Isn't that beautiful?
That is beautiful.
Isn't hair fun?
She has great hair too. Oh, it looks really good.
And so just by letting your hair heat up and cool down in the same position and doing 8 curls on your head, you can have fabulous hair, and it's easy.
That looks great. Well, thank you so much, Tami. We are going to have one more hit too at the end of the show. And we'll do the makeup, and she'll be 100% ready to go. So thank you so much. Right now, let's send it back over to Stuart.